investors in Bangladesh they have for our country. This is clearly an example of that. But at the same time, this works as a very good tool for the incoming investors to consider where are the areas they should be looking at to do more business in Bangladesh. And then for government of Bangladesh, this is a very useful piece of report. We can go back and figure out how we could be a lot more friendlier for our Chinese counterparts. There are 8 sectors covered today, so I generally divide them into 2 groups. One is the core infrastructure piece, where these are the foundational factors that need to be ticked off if we would like to become the China of 2040. And for us to be there, the road infrastructure, the rail, the ports that were talked about, I think we covered power and energy as well. So these are general core infrastructure items that any investor who will walk into Bangladesh would expect to be ready to go in a plug-and-play mode to do business here. And on the other side, they've covered the likes of textile and garments, they've covered digital economy, the sectors where clearly we have a comparative advantage as a country, which also came up, if you recall, when BIRA published its FDI heat map, where BIRA thinks the investment should flow in. We also mentioned these industries as the primary. So it's great to see also there's a convergence of opinion in terms of where we think Chinese investment is going to flow and where government of Bangladesh should be able to provide more support into. We talked about the economic zones, obviously, another foundational infrastructure that needs to take place and that needs to be completed as soon as possible. We have a tendency of promising things but not delivering in the government, but we are trying to change that attitude and culture. And hopefully you will see significant movement in not only the Chinese Special Economic Zone, but also the agrivoltaic project we're looking in Chatpur with China. Also, there's a second economic zone conversation in Mongla. So all these things should start moving in a very positive direction very soon. One of the takeaways from the China trip was also that we might consider opening up a BIRA office in China. So that will be the first BIRA outpost for government of Bangladesh, and we genuinely firmly believe that the first one should probably be. In addition to all of these that we talked about, I think I'd really like to touch upon 2 items that did not get covered here, but is probably worth keeping in mind, and I know that His Excellency is also very firm on it, which is the cultural integration piece. My genuine feeling is that a lot of countries who have done very well in bilateral trade and investment,